Hello, my loves. Hello, YouTube. I am so excited for our second coaching night. Hello, Instagram. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, a wonderful start into the new week. I decided to change our coaching nights from Thursdays to Monday because I thought it's a wonderful idea that we start with an intention that whatever we're talking about, that you can implement that already into your week. So that's why from now on, we'll have every Monday at 18 o'clock our coaching nights. And today we will talk about beliefs and the power of beliefs and what beliefs do in our life and how we can transform beliefs. And we'll do afterwards a powerful EFT session with a limiting belief that you have. But before that, we'll talk about what beliefs actually are. And beliefs are the core foundation of what we feel is with absolute certainty right for us. Those can be beliefs about who we are, what we feel and perceive about ourselves, what we believe and perceive about others, and also about the whole world. So we have beliefs about every aspect of the world, about religion, about work, about a passion, about things such as yoga, soccer, whatever it is. We have all about all these things. We do have certain beliefs. And of course, we also have beliefs about what we are capable of and what we feel or think that we are not capable of. And therefore, our beliefs drives our behavior, our decisions, and in the long term, our whole life. And Henry Ford already so famously said, whether we believe we can or we can't, we are right. So it's truly if we feel that we are capable of achieving our goals and dreams, depending on that, we will actually act towards them or not. And that's why it's so important and powerful to work with our beliefs. And that's why it's so important that we are having empowering beliefs about who we are and our capabilities and what we can achieve, and that we can actually achieve our goals and dreams. And let's say, or how are beliefs actually formed? Those are formed in our early childhood between 1 and 7 years. And usually they are formed through either our parents or other people who are like very close to us. And it might be that we are having certain incidents that are very powerful and cause very strong emotions, either for us or for our parents or whoever is fostering us. Or it might also be that we have recurring incidents over and over again, and those are forming certain beliefs. So, if we take the example of money, maybe you grew up and your parents did not have too much money, and you might hear over and over the words from your mom or your dad, like, we cannot afford this. Therefore, based on hearing this over and over again, you might form certain beliefs about money, that money is just limiting, we don't have enough money, money is a very limiting resource. Maybe there, based on that, you might even hear about rich people and their character, and certain beliefs about money just form like that. The same goes about health. If you grew up and maybe one of your parents or great grandparents have big, like, suffer from certain diseases, struggle with their health, based on that, you might also form certain beliefs. Those could be empowering ones, such as seeing your parents or grandparents suffer shows you, or like transforms for you, a belief that health is the most precious thing we have. Or it could also be that based on that, you might think and feel that as well you have bad genes, and therefore you might suffer as well from diseases soon, or you might not get to a high age. So that's how we start to form those beliefs within the age of 1 to 7. And then over time, beliefs are like one of these cornerstones of how we see the world. And we need to be right with whatever we believe, because that gives us safety and security. And that comes still from back in the days when we need to be safe from saber-tooth tigers. And therefore, after like 8, 9, 10 years, when we're 20, 30, however old we are, we're just every day, all the time, looking for evidence that those beliefs that we're having are right. And in some cases, this might be very good if we feel like that we're very good at a certain skill, for example. We will look for certain evidence that we are good at that skill. But if we have limiting beliefs, we might also look for evidence that that is right. So if we have a limiting belief of we're not good enough, we're not beautiful, we're not worthy, then neutrally said words, or words that are even said with love, in our world and in our perception, we twist them and we feel them being evidence of that we are not worthy, not good enough, not beautiful. And that's why it's so, so important to work on those and to transform those beliefs, because that's, in the end, they determine how we feel. And how we feel in the end determines how we perceive our life. If we're happy and fulfilled, and if we're feeling like loved and worthy, and if we have rich relationships, or if we're believing that we're not good and that we, like, our loved ones do not truly love us, or that we don't deserve a wonderful job that gives us purpose and prosperity, and that we make enough money, and that we have wonderful health. And there are actually 4 steps to transform limiting beliefs. And the first one is to identify them, because we cannot change what we're not aware of. And therefore, it is so important to, as a first step, know what are we actually believing about ourselves, about health, about success, about all the things that matter to us. And one thing to do that is just to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. And you can do that by meditating, you can do that with journaling, or maybe just becoming like very present and mindful in your everyday life. And once you understood, and once you understand more, what are actually the thoughts that are going on in my head? What am I thinking about myself? How am I actually talking to myself? That shows you, gives you the first incidence about what you are believing about yourself, or maybe at your job. Like, how are you feeling, and about what thoughts are going on in your head about your colleagues, and about how your boss is treating your colleagues, and what are you thinking about when you look at your bank account and your bank statements? What thoughts and feelings are going on in your head at that time? Or when you cook and you deal with food, and just exercise and everything that comes to your body and your health. So that's the first step. You always need to identify what are the beliefs that you have, and especially because those are the ones that we want to transform, what are the limiting beliefs that I'm having? And then step number 2 is to transform them. And to do that, it's a wonderful, wonderful exercise to do the work of Byron Katie. She developed this concept, which consists of 4 questions. And I want to do them with you right now. So I would ask you to take a pen and paper so we can work on them. And then, as a first step, I want you to write down a limiting belief that you're having. So just write at the top of the paper, a limiting belief that I'm having is, and write down the belief. I am not good enough. I'm stupid. I'm not worthy. I'm not beautiful. I don't have enough money. I get sick easily. I have a weak immune system. I will never find a loving partner. So it can be of each area, whatever area of your life. Just write one belief down that you feel is very restricting and limiting your life and your relationships and your happiness, and write down that belief. I'm giving you a minute time so you can think and reflect a little bit what belief is holding you back. And I'm just looking here right now for music. So you have some beautiful music while you're writing down your belief, or while you're reflecting on what belief is actually limiting you. Okay, music is not working. What belief is limiting you? And write down on the top of your paper, my limiting belief is ... and write down your belief. And when you're ready, we will now go through these 4 questions of Byron Katie, which is called the work. And the first questions that I want you to answer is this belief really true? And look in your life, look if that belief is really true. Take a moment, reflect on it. And the answer might be yes, and that's absolutely fine. If you feel right now, yeah, the belief could actually be right. But then I want you to go on to question number 2 and look and reflect once again. Can you know? Can you say with absolute certainty that this belief is true? And try to see this now, not with your eyes, but with the eyes of somebody who loves you, somebody who might be a total stranger, who's looking on you and your life. So is this belief with absolute certainty, is this belief true? And when you answered that question, I want you to journal for like about a minute about how do you react when you believe this belief, when this belief is like popping up. What's going on? How are you feeling? How are you behaving? How are you treating your loved ones? And I want you to journal now for about a minute about what this belief does in your life, like how powerful it is, how do you act when you think and feel and like this belief is present and when you keep believing this belief. So 1 minute journaling. If you want, you can later on write longer about this, but you might get already the first idea how this belief is actually holding you back, how this belief is shaping your relationships, how it's maybe like not allowing to go deeper in your relationships, how it's maybe holding you back from achieving your goals and dreams. And I want you to see how much pain this belief actually causes in your life. And now we'll move on to question 4, which is who would you be without that belief? And I want you to journal another minute now about if you would not have this belief, who would you be? What would you feel? What would you think about yourself, the world, about what abundance you deserve in your life? And just let the pen free flow for about a minute again. You can journal about this longer afterwards, but I think you have now a good idea how amazing your life would be if you would let go of this belief and you would finally like create or replace that belief with an empowering belief. And that is the next step. Now, let's say you have the belief here. You had so far the belief, I'm not good enough. Now is the time to replace that belief with an empowering belief. So, in the case of I'm not good enough, this could be I deserve all the love and abundance I am desiring. I I am good enough. I'm loved. I'm worthy. I'm amazing. Whatever it is now, take a belief that creates a good feeling in your body, a belief that is the opposite of that. And those new empowering beliefs should always be stated in a positive way. So make sure that you're not saying now the opposite. So if you feel like there is, if your belief is, let me think, I can't think of a good example right now. If you believe I'm always getting sick, or then the empowering belief should not be I'm not always getting sick, but something like I'm of great health. My health is amazing. I have a strong immune system. So the reason why is our subconsciousness cannot understand negotiations. And therefore, it's like the word not or un is like just erased, and you're then actually stating and reinforcing something negative. That's why I want you to always make sure that your belief is stated in a positive way. And once you have your positive belief now, it's the next step. Step number 4 is to reinforce it. And you can do this by repeating them in the morning right after waking up, because that is when your brain is still in a brain state that is normally we are in beta brain waves. But in the morning when you wake up, you're still in theta brain waves. So you're still, when you're like sleepy and so on, it's like your mind is not fully on. And that is when new information can very easily enter your subconsciousness. So that is a wonderful time right after getting up or right before falling asleep. If you just repeat your new belief over and over again until you fall asleep or while brushing your teeth. What I also love to do is that I write them on Post-its, and I have them all over my house, actually, in the bathroom mirror. I like to also set daily reminders with that belief. So take whatever option you have to visually see, to hear the belief. And the more you reinforce it, the more it will get into your subconscious mind, and the more this belief will be at some point your truth and your reality. And it might feel awkward at the beginning, and you might kind of like not believe it, but just keep going, keep repeating this new belief, and at some point it will become your reality. And I want to now share another beautiful exercise that I like to really work with when I'm noticing a limiting belief, and it's EFT tapping. And you can tap, you tap on certain meridians on your body, and based on this belief is linked with a feeling in your body, and it's like stuck energy. And we repeat certain affirmations, certain words while tapping on certain meridians on our body. And by doing so, we change our brain and the links between synapses, I can pronounce that word, on our brain. And that can truly cause that we shift from having a limiting belief to a positive belief. And I would like to now go through an EFT tapping session with you. If you want, you can take the same belief that you just wrote down. If you feel like the writing exercise and Byron Katie's the work just transformed your belief already, and if you feel like if you now just reinforce and state the new belief, you are fine, then take a new belief. And if not, if you feel like you want to do it with that session, want to do it with that belief, then I will then just take that one. I will do it with the general belief that many of us have. I am not good enough. And I will always say whatever I'm going to say with the belief I'm good enough. And when I say I'm not good enough, you replace that with your belief. I will tell you once again while we go through the session. But whatever it is, always take your belief instead of I'm not good enough. And before we start, I would like you to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to fully feel into that belief. How does the limiting belief that you're having, how does it make you feel? Where in your body do you feel this belief? Is it a tightness in your chest, in your stomach? Where do you feel this feeling, and where do you feel this belief is anchored in your body? And once you're in touch with that feeling, we will start tapping. And before we start, at the first round, we'll do 3 rounds of tapping. And before we start with the first one, I would like you to rate from 0 to 10 if you think how strong is this belief and this feeling linked to the belief right now. So let's say, again, I'm not good enough. So if I feel into it, I would say currently it's 8. So I want you to rank what number from 0 to 10. 10 is like it's very strong right now. Rank the feeling or rank the intensity of that belief, and we'll start tapping. So as a first point, you start tapping on the outside of your hand. Doesn't matter if it's the right or the left one, just start tapping and repeat after me. Even though I believe I'm not good enough, I deeply love myself. You replace it with your belief. Even though I believe I'm not good enough, I deeply love myself. Take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to really feel the feeling right now. It's fully okay. The first round is fully about feeling into the feeling that this belief gives you. Feel how it's limiting you. And repeat after me, even though I feel I'm not good enough, I accept myself. I love myself for who I am. Now on the top of your head, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I accept myself for exactly who I am. And I give myself all the love I deserve. Even though this belief is still part of my identity. Above your eyebrows, even though I believe I'm not good enough. And this belief is already part of me, part of my life since such a long time. But even though I feel that, even though I believe that, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I deserve all the love, and I give myself all the love I desire. On the outside of your eye, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I deeply love myself and I accept myself exactly as I am. You can always breathe out very intensely, very loud. That's showing your whole nervous system that you're letting go. Under your eyes, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I love myself deeply. I'm willing to change my perception. And even though I feel like I'm not good enough, I deserve all the love and abundance that I so deeply desire. Under the nose, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I value myself for all my strength, for every obstacle I already overcame, and for always getting back up, no matter what's going on in my life. Under your lips, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I love myself deeply. Even though I believe I'm not good enough, I respect myself. I love myself. I appreciate myself. And I show compassion towards myself. On your collarbones, here you can do it a little more, like a little stronger if you want to. Even though I believe I'm not good enough, I give myself all the love I desire. I see a version of me without this belief. Even though I currently might still think and feel that I'm not good enough, I know there's a version of me that transformed this belief. And now, shortly under your ribs, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I'm willing to transform this belief. I'm willing to change how I feel, even though I believe I'm not good enough. I'm open for creative possibilities of transforming this limiting belief. Okay, put your hands in your lap and take a second to feel now after the first round. How are you feeling right now? From the scale from 0 to 10, 10 being very intense lift. How are you feeling right now? How intensely is that belief? Is it still the number that it was before? Or did it already go down a little bit? And we'll start with round number 2. Again, on the outside of your hand. And round number 2 is now about transforming the belief. Even though I feel like I'm not good enough, I am open to having a new empowering belief. Even though I feel like I'm not good enough, I love myself deeply for who I am, and yet I'm open for an amazing, more empowered, more confident version of myself. On the top of your head, even though I feel I'm not good enough, I see myself already without that belief. I see myself with empowering beliefs. I see myself being bold and confident. I see the highest version of myself. And with every breath, I'm kind of getting closer and closer to that version. Now, above your eyebrows, even though I feel still not good enough, I already feel how much love, more love I'm giving myself. How my heart is opening up to more love, to receive more love from others, to give myself more love, and to allow myself to receive this love. On the outside of your eyebrows, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I know that this is just a belief and this is not who I am. I know my truth is something else. Under your eyes, even though I might still have the belief I'm not good enough, I know that I'm worthy. I know I'm loved. And I know actually I'm good enough. I know this belief is just something that I learned, something that I adopted and at some point. And I'm so willing and so ready to let it go. Under your nose, even though I believe I'm not good enough, I know this is a past version of me. I'm actually so grateful for believing that for a while, because now being ready to let it go, I feel and I know the difference, what it's like to step in my light, what it's like to stepping into my full power. Under your lips, and I am ready now. I am ready and I'm fully letting go of my limiting belief. I know I'm loved. I know I'm worthy. And I know I am good enough. I'm loved. And I deserve all the love and abundance that I desire. I deserve to be loved by myself, collarbone. I deserve to be loved by myself. I deserve to be loved by others. I am good enough. The side of your ribs. Even though I used to think I'm not good enough, I now step into my full power. I now allow myself to fully shine my light. Stop for a second again. Second round's done. If you want to, you can close your eyes for a second and feel how you're feeling now towards a belief. Again, from a scale from 0 to 10, how high would you rate it? Did it go down again from the last round? What number is it compared to your first round? And the last round is now to fully embracing the new belief, fully embracing how you're feeling without that belief, and to fully shift your energetic level. So start again on the outside of your hand. Even though I used to believe that I'm not good enough, I now know that I am good enough. I'm loved, I'm worthy. I know that I deserve all the abundance in the world. And I'm so proud for showing up for myself. On the top of your head, I'm so proud that I looked at my shadows and that I integrated them, and that I'm now one step closer to love, unconditional love. Above your eyebrows, even though I used to believe I'm not good enough, I know now I know better. I know I'm so worthy. I deserve to be healthy, successful, abundant. I deserve to reach all my goals and dreams on the outside of your eyes. And I do have the power to make all my goals and dreams true. I have infinite capability. I have infinite power. I can make all my dreams, all my goals come true. They're placed in my heart for a reason. And the reason is so I'm letting go of all these limiting beliefs. So I become the highest version of myself under your eyes. So I become the best version of myself. And by doing so, I will attract everything my heart desires. Under your nose. Even though I used to believe I'm not good enough, I know the truth now. I know that I am loved. I know that I am loved. And the more I love myself, the more love I can give to others. Under your lips. Even though I used to believe I'm not good enough, I am now pure love and light. And I'm so grateful for all the experiences I made. I'm so grateful for the person I am. And I can't wait to see who I'm becoming. Collarbone. I can't wait to see who I'm becoming without this belief and with my new empowering belief of I am good enough. Take a deep breath in. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. My alarm was ringing. Side out your mouth. And now on the side of your hips, and just enjoy of the side of your ribs. And just enjoy this wonderful new feeling. Enjoy how you're feeling right now. Enjoy how you let go of this limiting belief you used to have. And whenever you're ready, put your hands once again in your lap. If you want to, you can close your eyes. And feel how you're feeling and how just 10 minutes of tapping of emotional freedom, how that changed how you're feeling and how actually you are in charge of how you feel. And that's why I want to share all these wonderful tools with you, because they help me so much And I really learned with all these tools to shift how I'm feeling within minutes. And I hope you're feeling amazing now too. And I hope you enjoyed this coaching night. I'll be there for you next Monday again. If you have any requests about what topic I should talk about, what topic we should cover, if you have any meditation requests, please send me a DM on Instagram at Hannahwiz _ You know, you're with me here on Instagram, so just send me a DM if you have any requests, any wishes. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I'm sending you so much love and light and a huge hug. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love to you too.